Before I started with Flutter, I read that everything is a widget. And I didn't quite understand what they meant by that until now that I've gone through a few example codes. I've started to realise what they meant. So let me clarify what I mean by that. I've been going through the examples on the main Flutter page. As I say, one of the things I'm trying to figure through is how quickly I can actually learn Flutter by spending maybe an hour a day. It's about the amount of spare time I have. So, I thought I'll start with this, maybe move on to some online training later on. But from here, if I go to the documents, I don't think where it was there for a second, and the samples and tutorials, and we have this code labs, and this obviously it's some very good free resources to kind of start with. I've literally just gone through the first two so far. So part one gets you to basically create this app. Starts off with a hello world type example, but gets you to kind of just get this first part with the icon, and then obviously the second part to it goes on a little bit further, and it's in that part where you kind of then have the clicking part of this. I've gone a little bit further and deeper than I really needed to, but it allows the second part is a bit that kind of extends this and allows it to do things. But when I say that everything is a widget, from what I've seen, that you can see from the very first part of it. And let me just go to the code, because I've got the code here. This actually example is as far as I've got. As I say, I can scroll up and down, I can deselect things, and once you've gone through part two, it adds this second route to this second page. But we're talking about this, say for example, this first row here, right? This here is a widget, and this is all a widget. And the thing I like about this is that if you look at this list, this row here, if I were to come into the text, into the code, and find this, it's basically this tile. So this tile here is the tile that is used here, and it's here, and it's here. So what happens is this build part of the method here. So we have the kind of the main build, which calls this build suggestions as the body, and the body, that's another widget. So this whole thing is a widget, and then this then builds the list view, and as part of that list view, it's saying the row is from this build row. So this build row is another widget, this line, and in here we're saying that, well, actually this is a tile, and then we have a bit of text, which is this, say, fast fight in this one. This is funny, it comes up with some funny words, by the way. And then we have an icon trailing, so this is this icon here, and then we've got this on tap, and this on tap is the thing that allows the clicking, to say if the current state, because we saved the state, if the current state is that we've already selected it, then you want to remove it from this list, and then what happens is, it, because it uses set state, it rebuilds it, it comes in and it says, look, is my is this current word in this saved, and if it is, then make it red, else make it border. So you can see when I hover over. That's a great thing about sort of code, that you get the little kind of bits and shows and things and what's going on. But so what I mean is everything is a widget. This line is a widget, and that widget, which is this code, is a list tile. Then this entire kind of screen is a widget, and so on and so on. So everything's a widget, and then later on the in the second part where I've done this part where you click here, this is actually the action here, as you can see there, is a list of widgets. So everything is a widget. And I did read that, and I kind of, when I first started, I did kind of wonder like that. And as I say, I'm only a couple of days into this learning, so I'm still kind of gathering this information, but everything is a widget. And yeah, I'm getting to grips with it. So I just wanted to share that because of, the whole point of this channel is to kind of share the things that I'm learning, and share them with you, because hopefully you're on this journey with me. And to be fairly honest, it's something that I really enjoy and excites me when I learn this stuff, because it's very different to programming, say C# and C++ and various languages like that. So yeah, everything is a widget.